alternating voltage applied to a resistor. Here we will consider a AC source through which only resistor is connected, and that type of circuit is known as pure resistive circuit. Consider a circuit diagram in which AC source having an alternating EMF, and this source is connected to a resistor of resistance R. This is the AC source. Its EMF is E is equivalent to its maximum value, and it's a function of sine omega t, and it has resistance R and alternating voltage, that is alternating potential difference across this R is, let small v, that is instantaneous voltage at an instant, and at that time I current is passing across this resistor. So by loop rule, that is by Kirchhoff's second law, we know that the algebraic sum of all the voltages present in a circuit is equal to 0. So here this EMF and this alternating voltage, when we will add them algebraically, we get E minus V equal to 0. This implies that E is equal to V, and here we can substitute the value of E, that is equal to V equivalent to Em sine omega t, and here as only resistor is connected, so the applied EMF is equal to the alternating voltage passing through this resistor, that is the peak value or the peak value of alternating EMF, that is EM, alternating EMF is equal to peak value of alternating voltage. That is Vm. Therefore, we can write V is equal to Vm sine omega t is the applied voltage across this resistor. So, this is equation number 1. Now, when the current is passing through this resistor, then this resistor will follow Ohm's law whether this resistor is connected to a AC source or a DC source. In both the cases, Ohm's law is valid. So here we can write that from Ohm's law, when I current is passing for an instant, then I is equal to V by R, voltage for an instant and passing through this resistor. So from equation number 1, we can substitute the value of V. So instantaneous current passing through this resistor is equal to Vm sine omega t by R. By this we get I is equal to Im, Vm upon R is Im sine omega t. This is equation number 2. Now from first and second we can note that both are the function of sine omega t, as well as both are having a phase constant is equal to 0 degree. That is, both are in phase to each other. So we can write that in pure resistor circuit, From equation number 1 and 2, we observe that alternating voltage at an instant and alternating current at an instant are in phase with each other. That is, they are reaching at the maximum, minimum and zero value at the same time and are in same phase with each other. That is, in continuation with this, we can write that is the minimum, maximum and zero of both V and I are same at same time. Now we can draw its phasor diagram as well as the graph between alternating voltage and current with respect to phase. Diagram for pure resistive circuit. Consider XY coordinate axis. From the origin, a line is originating, or a vector which is rotating around origin is known as phasor, and when both alternating voltage and alternating current are in phase, then both denotes the same line, V vector and I vector. Their amplitudes are Vm and Im. Are at the same phase angle equal to omega t. Their vertical projection are, this is Im sine omega t and this is Vm sine omega t. This is the phasor diagram for pure resistive circuit. Now graph between V and I and omega t. That is displacement Vi and phase omega t. Consider for alternating voltage a complete cycle starting from 0, t by 2 and t, and as V and I both are in same phase, therefore they are having same angle and same positions. That is at pi by 2, pi, 3t, 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. So this is the peak value of voltage given as Vm. This is the peak value for current Im. This is instantaneous voltage is equal to small v equal to small Vm sine omega t, and this is Im sine omega t. This is also known as time diagram, that is graph between V and I. Calculate the value of average power consumed by a pure resistor circuit. In the previous video, we have studied about root mean square value of current, and we know that the average value of current in alternating current is equal to 0, because half cycle is positive and another half cycle is negative. Therefore, its average is equal to 0. But their average power will not equal to 0. That is, the resistor will consume some power as well as will dissipate some electrical energy. That is, there is some loss of electrical energy when the current passes through it. So their average power will not equal to 0. Let's find its value. That is, average power consumed in resistor. We know that the instantaneous power, formula of power in terms of I and R, instantaneous power that is power at an instant can be written as small p equal to I square R in terms of current and resistance, and at an instant I is the instantaneous current, its value is Im sin omega t, that is Im square sin square omega t into R. This is the value of instantaneous power. Now let's calculate by this formula the average power. Therefore, average power can be written as I square R. Now again substitute this value, that is equal to Im square R sin square omega t. You can write Im square R sin square omega t. Now we know by trigonometry identity as sin square omega t is equal to half 1 minus cos 2 omega t. Therefore, average can be written as Im square, both are constant, half is also a constant, and 1 minus cos 2 omega t average. Now, cos 2 omega t, we have studied about its average also, that is again as cos 2 omega t, its average is equal to integration of cos 2 omega t over a complete cycle, that is 0 to t, cos 2 omega t dt upon capital T, that is total time. It is equal to 1 upon t integration 0 to t cos 2 omega t dt, and integration of cos 2 omega t is equal to sin 2 omega t upon 2 omega, limits 0 to t. Now we can write 1 upon 2 omega t sin 2 omega capital T minus sin 0. Sin 0 is 0 and sin 2 omega t. Here we can write, in order to solve it, omega is equals to 2 pi upon capital T, that is 1 upon 2 omega t sin 2 into 2 pi by capital T into t, that is we get sin 4 pi minus sin 0. Now sin 4 pi is equal to 0. Therefore, we get cos 2 omega t average is equal to 0. Thus, on substituting this value in the equation, we get 1 minus cos 2 omega t. Cos 2 omega t is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, and we get P average power is equal to I square m R by 2. This is the value of average power for alternating current and for pure resistive circuit. Now, as we have studied that root mean square value current as IRMS is equal to 1 upon root 2 times of the peak value of alternating current, or we can write that Im is equal to root 2 IRMS. Now we can again write average power in terms of root mean square value, that is, therefore average power is equal to I square m, that is root 2 square is equal to 2 IRMS square by 2 into R. Therefore average power is equal to I square RMS into R. This is the power loss or power consumed by an electrical circuit, and we know that the root mean square value is the direct current value, so we can write or P bar is equal to I square R. That is, DC current would also produce same power loss as that of AC source. दोनों केसेस में पावर लॉस सेम होगा.